Hey guys, how's it going? I'm TrueNath with esportstalk.com, and today we're going to be going over our E-ssessment on a new game called Deathgarden. We were lucky enough to snag some closed beta keys for the game and want to share with you what we think about its esports potential. As always, remember, E-ssessments are our way of looking at a game's esports potential early on in its life cycle, so please keep in mind that these games can change drastically from the time an E-ssessment takes place. Now, let's see exactly what Deathgarden has in store for us, shall we?
You may now enter the garden.
Deathgarden is a multiplayer survival game developed by Devolver Digital where players can participate in a real blood sport that's taken the entertainment industry by storm. You can either play on a team of 5 runners trying to escape from the garden, or as the lone, heavily armored hunter trying to eliminate them. The runners and hunters start on separate sides of an arena in a holding area where they can customize their loadouts while they wait. Once the match starts, the runners are given the advantage of being able to enter the arena first so they can set up. After a short delay, the hunter is then allowed to enter the arena and proceeds to hunt down the team of runners who are trying to capture 2 of the strategic points on the map to open exits from the arena. Hunters can down runners after so much damage is dealt to them to fill up the blood post at the center of the map. Once the blood post is filled by downing 3 runners, the hunter can then send a downed runner to it and sacrifice them to permanently kill them, eliminating them from the match. The runners can distract the hunter with a variety of skills, hide in bushes, revive other downed runners, free captured runners from the blood post, and use parkour-like maneuvers to traverse the map. Runners can even upgrade their powers at different upgrade stations found throughout the map to add new or upgraded effects to them. If the hunter is able to kill 3 of the runners before they escape, the hunter wins the match. Whereas if the runners escape before 3 of them are killed, then the runners win the match. What will win? Agility or power? A team or an individual? You decide. As is shown on Deathgarden's website, the standard edition of the game is $29.99 and the deluxe edition is planned to be $49.99. But for now, if you pre-order the game before August 2018, you can get the deluxe edition for the same cost as the standard edition at $29.99. The standard edition just includes the game itself, whereas the deluxe edition includes the game, exclusive cosmetic sets, the game's soundtrack, and a digital art book. The price feels right for the amount of content we've seen so far in the game, but the game's initial popularity could be hurt by the fact you have to actually pay for the game, and you can't just jump right in like many other free-to-play esports titles. However, Deathgarden does claim to embrace the no grind or pay to win philosophy, which earns it a few brownie points. We rate Deathgarden's cost a 2.8 out of 5. Deathgarden's gameplay felt surprisingly buttoned up for being in closed beta. In fact, none of us ran into any glitches or bugs at all while playing the game. Matchmaking did take a little while if you wanted to play as the runner, but this could easily be attributed to the small closed beta population and not really be indicative of what queue times would be like for runners once the game releases. We would have liked to see a little bit more customization for character appearances, but the game does offer a lot of power and weapon combinations that allow you to customize your playstyle. In terms of how balanced the game feels, we had varying opinions. Some of us thinking a well-coordinated group of runners are nearly impossible to beat, while others saw the hunter as just too much of a powerhouse. It has the building blocks of becoming a really great game, so hopefully we see the game get frequent updates and capitalize on its potential. We rate Deathgarden's gameplay a 3.5 out of 5. Being that Deathgarden is a match-based game, it does offer some replayability in that every match feels a bit different than the last. Variance in player skill levels and loadouts can change the pace of a match drastically, and it's nice having the matches last just the right length for the skill levels of the players in the lobby. As both teams, you have the option to win as fast as your skill can keep up with, allowing you to complete matches as fast as possible with the right amount of action. However, the game's scenery can get a bit boring since only one map is available in closed beta, and the generated arenas are very similar to one another. Deathgarden also only has one game mode, whereas we could see a variety of game modes lending themselves nicely to the character types. Creating more game modes would definitely make the game more replayable, so we rate Deathgarden's replayability a 3.3 out of 5. Originality is really where Deathgarden starts to shine. There are a few games that have a similar feel, like Evolve or Friday the 13th the game, but Deathgarden has a much faster, action-packed pace. Many different strategies can be employed to win the match, with aggression and stealth both being viable options for the runners. There aren't many games out there we would readily conduct a true comparison of Deathgarden to. It has a unique look and feel to it that really sets it apart from any sort of competition, aside from the fact its core gameplay feature of capturing points isn't necessarily distinct. Deathgarden's originality clocks in at 4.3 out of 5. Deathgarden does struggle a little with its watchability. It just doesn't feel as fun to watch as it is to play right now. We'd love to see the implementation of a free roam spectator camera that could be used in competitions to really highlight the tactics behind what's happening. It's also hard to conceive this becoming a mainstream esport because it would be hard for someone to jump right into watching. The logistics of how teams would work and what the scoring system would be for tournaments feels a bit too awkward. But if a feasible way for team play was implemented, then it could be entertaining to see how different strategies and tactics play out. There's a lot of potential for Deathgarden's watchability, but in its current state, it definitely lacks a few key components, leading to its watchability rating of 3.3 out of 5. We rate Deathgarden's overall esports potential a 3.4 out of 5. It's definitely fun to play and a pretty unique concept, but having a retail cost could affect how many people get involved with the game, and it has some logistical issues to work out with how pro teams could function. It's definitely in need of some more spectator-friendly elements, but if those get implemented, then it could have a chance of making it as a small esport. That's all for now for our E-ssessment of Deathgarden. Have a game you think we should do an E-ssessment on? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you stay tuned to Esports Talk for even more esports video content. Don't forget to subscribe, and check out esportstalk.com for all your esports needs.